Hello and welcome to Kamitian Field in Holliston, Massachusetts on Thursday, April 15th for SportView's award-winning production of Holliston Panther Football 2021. It's found only on HCAT TV. Today, the Panther freshmen host the Westwood Wolverines to close out the spring season. My name is Tom Emmons, and alongside is my co-host, the super sub, Steve Hedrick. Steve, you've seen a lot of these freshman Panthers. How do they look so far headed into the final matchup today?
Well, Tom, nice to have you with us. But this is our third time seeing the freshmen, and they've looked really good. Jay and I have been very surprised at the talent on this freshman team. They had some good games. The last game, they beat Ashland 22-8. The last game we did.
Yeah. Holliston's head coach is Joe Santos, legendary Panther, and Westwood's head coach is Andrew Fumadera.
Well,
light rain falling for the game today.
You took the words right out of my mouth. The HCAT weather forecast, it's overcast and sprinkling right now, but the forecast is calling for heavier rains and, for the lucky ones, possible snow.
The varsity game could get a lot of snow, huh?
That could be a ugly weather game.
Yeah, they moved some varsity games to Thursday night, I saw, trying to get away from the snow.
Really?
So Westwood will be kicking off to Holliston, back deep to receive for the Panthers. Number 2, Brad Andriola, and number 17, Devin Harding.
Okay.
Kicking
Ball
off for Westwood.
At the 40-yard line. Number 43 for Westwood kicking off. Oliver Gannon.
And we're underway. Short kick taken on a bounce by Andriola. Sneaks his way across the 35 where he's stopped.
Andriola's been playing very well in these freshman games. He's had a lot of nice runs and nice kickoff returns, and gets the offense in a good starting point.
Starting quarterback for the Panthers, Landon Beecher, number 10.
Beecher has been playing very well, not only for the freshman team, but also the JV team. He's seen some action at quarterback, and he's done a very good job.
So Beecher in the pistol with number 17, Harding behind him. 1st and 10. And we got a procedure penalty to start the game.
Yeah, rough start there. Westwood jumped, then Holliston pointed, and I didn't hear a whistle right away.
Well, they usually try to be a little more tolerant here in the freshmen, but.
Okay, it's 1st and 15.
Number 44 is Christopher Pacheco. He's in the wingback spot. Handoff right away and tackled right away by number 23. That's Joey Toddy for Westwood.
Smelled that one out.
So Harding tackled for a loss. 2nd down for the Panthers.
2nd and a long way to go.
Second and 16 for Holliston. Couple of wide receivers split to the right and to the left. Beecher with the drop back. Pass to Harding. Harding across the 40. And back, just stepped out of bounds at the 46. And that'll be a first down for the Panthers.
A lot of nice moves there, a lot of good cuts, and he didn't go out of bounds right away. Cut back to the inside, gained some extra ground, then got along the sideline again and just ticked that sideline with his foot.
Yeah, I like the instinct to head back into the field, not just step out of bounds when you can. That play is blown dead.
It was a handoff to Jesus.
And it's going to be offsides against Westwood. There was some activity as they were jumping back and forth. Might have gotten into the neutral zone by accident. First down and 5 for the Panthers. First quarter, no score.
Looks like the attendance here is about a dozen fans inside the field, and there's probably about a half a dozen outside the field.
Right. Holliston had two men in motion, so they'll move it back 5 yards. Do it again.
I'm wondering if they've installed some new plays as the season's been going on, and they're trying to work the bugs out here. I don't remember in our past games having this many flags right away.
Right.
First and 10 from the 46.
Beecher with the handoff to Harding. He's tackled again by 23 Toddy. Those two are getting to know each other. Second down and 10 for the Panthers. There is a lot of getting to know each other when freshman football. I mean, first year in football, first year you face these opponents, start to get to know strength and tendencies.
And one of the things that we've talked about is freshman level, you're trying people at different positions to see where they're best suited.
To Jesus in motion, handoff to him on the jet play, and he's picked up another Panther first down as he's tackled inside Westwood territory at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, they went to the wide side of the field, and he had some blockers out in front of him. They were able to really turn that corner. Very nice play.
Coach Santos sends in the play. Pacheco at the wingback spot.
Westwood stacked up at the line.
Fake to Harding. Beecher throws. Catch by Pacheco. And he takes a big hit inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, that's a very nice play. Great catch by Pacheco. And, Tom, he didn't take the hit. He delivered the hit on that defender.
So the Panthers in the red zone here on their first drive of the afternoon.
And just for our viewers, just so you know, we do not have a scoreboard operating today. The clock is kept down on the field, so we can't tell you, other than it's first quarter, what the time is.
It's just like being at the game.
We'd have it on the radio then.
Pacheco at the wingback spot, Harding behind Beecher. Handoff to Harding. He's hit and forward for about 5 yards.
He found a little hole there to sneak through. Offensive line did a very nice job of, finding a little opening for him.
Yeah, we got number 68, Vladimir Valesky. Number 50, Jimmy Parmes. Number 89, John Faselli. Try to get the other numbers.
75.
Try to get the other numbers. Second down and about 5 for the Panthers. Hand off to Pacheco. He spins upfield. And a big pile. He's pushing forward.
Oh, my
Finally
goodness.
tackled.
What a job he did keeping those legs going. Then the offensive line, they just started pushing that pile. And I'll bet they gained another 6-7 yards on that.
And it'll be first and goal for the Panthers as they're inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Okay.
Well, you got to be careful when you keep your legs, because they're going to try to pry the ball out. But Pacheco with a great job right there.
Yeah, and there were at least 2 Westwood defenders that had him wrapped up, and yet he refused to go down. Two receivers to the right, one to the left.
Beecher with the fake handoff rolls out.
Uh-oh.
Looking for Pacheco, but it's intercepted as he tipped the ball. Caught there by number 86. Max O'Brien. Yeah, there were a couple receivers in the area.
Yeah, Pacheco was open, and the ball was just a little bit behind him, and he reached up to try to grab it, and he only got one hand on it, deflected it, and there was a defender behind him that was able to pick it off. So a good drive, but we come away with nothing.
Yeah, Panthers went about 60 some odd yards right there. Now Westwood deep in their own territory.
Let's see how our defense responds, and maybe they can hold them. And
So we had a whistle before the play got going.
that was your buddy Joey Toddy on the run for Westwood.
Looks like they didn't move the ball anywhere.
Yeah, we're not getting any signals up here, so.
Ryan Pizzuto, number 18, is the quarterback for Westwood with 23, as you mentioned. Joey Toddy, the running back, pitch out to number 18. Well, maybe he's not the quarterback. Sorry about that. Pizzuto with the run. Gains a couple of yards.
Yeah, we had Holliston's Joe Tomaselli and Kevin Sahajian on the tackle.
Second down and 9. There's Pizzuto playing quarterback.
Oh.
Knocked down by Pacheco.
Nice play.
Looked like they had a little screen set up, Westwood did, but knocked down by Pacheco as he snuffed it out.
He found a hole through that line to sneak through, and the Westwood quarterback is a southpaw.
So third down and 9 on the incompletion. Pizzuto back to pass. Fires deep. Nice arm. Incomplete. Westwood will be forced to punt. Good coverage there.
Yeah, good coverage by Holliston.
De Jesus was out there.
So a good defensive stand by Holliston and pinning Westwood right up near the goal line, so it's 4th down, and I'm assuming they're punting.
Here's
Oh,
43
yeah,
with the punt, and it's blocked out the back of the end zone for a safety. So not enough room to get going there. Not sure who had the block. Holliston was right in on top of him.
I think it was number 80 for Holliston that got the block.
David Villa. So we'll call that Villa number 80 with the safety. 2-0 Holliston. Still in the first quarter. Holliston flashes some defense there as well as a good offensive drive.
Well, yeah, that was very nice. The offensive drive was a good drive. Some issues with penalties and that, but they managed to get down towards the goal line. They couldn't quite put it in, but the defense really made a nice stand and came away with the 2 points.
You know, when you're snapping into your own end zone like that, the punter's worried about stepping on that back line, you know, just stepping over to try to get the snap. And there's not much room there. Usually you get about 12 or 15 yards, and they only had 10.
And he didn't get it up very high. It was more of a line drive kick. And
I think Villa was in his face.
Okay, so now they get to kick off. Free kick from the 20-yard line. And it looks like they're going to punt it.
Andriola and Harding back for Holliston. And the free kick comes down at the 40, taken on a hop by Harding. He's across the 50, breaks a tackle, and then the punter makes the tackle just at the 47-yard line.
Oliver Gannon made the tackle for Westwood. So now the Holliston offense will get the ball in a very good position on the Westwood side of the field. It looks like the 43-yard line. So let's see if the offense can now put it together and push it in.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Handoff to Pacheco on the jet play, and he's got some room. He's hit and knocked out of bounds. About a 8-yard gain. The other 2 linemen for the Panthers, number 81, Blake Harper, and David Villa, number 80, number John Faselli, 89. I thought I was missing somebody. Maybe not. 50, Jimmy Parmes.
And also 75, Jack Schelling.
Oh, that's the one. Thank you. 2nd down and 2 for the Panthers.
2 to the right, 2 to the left.
Fake to Jesus. Drop it off to him. Well, this is Sahagian, number 25, for the 1st down, and he's tackled at the 20-yard line.
Very nice play. They were very well designed. They spread out their receivers and went into pass play. So everybody was falling back. They hit the screen pass and gained a lot of yardage. The middle of that field was wide open.
First and 10 for the Panthers. Receivers stacked to both sides. That's going to back the Panthers up 5 yards.
So I don't think they've played a lot of games this year, and it's probably hard getting into that game mode. And therefore, we're having a lot of motion penalties.
1st and 15. Hand off to Sahagian up the middle. He's got some room. And he breaks to the outside. Touchdown, Panthers!
What a nice move that was. Kevin Sahagian.
So a 20-yard touchdown run by Kevin Sahagian puts the Panthers on top 8-0.
Boy, after he got through the line, he cut left and he was off to the races. He put it in high gear, and that was a very nice touchdown.
The middle of that line really doing the job because he had some room to work with. Looks like Holliston will go for the 2-point conversion. Pacheco in motion. Hand off to Sahagian, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. So Holliston up 10-0 here in the first quarter. Very successful first 2 drives. They're moving the ball well on Westwood.
Yeah, that was a very nice drive. Just the one penalty that set them back. So, they're starting to smooth out. The offense is really settling down now.
Well, Beecher very successful through the air, all of his passes. And then it seemed to open up the running game some.
Yeah, definitely. One helps the other. That screen pass was probably one of the key plays of that drive that really opened the field up for them.
Well, the field really tilted against Westwood so far in the open and going.
Okay. Getting ready for the kickoff. We've gotten a lot of football in this first quarter so far. Usually the clock is really flying.
Pacheco to kick off for Holliston.
Okay.
Little chip kick comes down in the hands of number 48. He downs it at the 32.
He had some running room there. Okay.
Ryan Gaffney. Well, usually they tell the up backs, don't get too fancy with it.
Yeah, but he looked like he could run with it. He wasn't a big kid, but he looked like he had the hands and maybe a couple moves. And I don't know about you, but I like kids that are aggressive. He had a lot of room there.
Trying to teach him the game, the basics of the game. Okay, Pizzuto with the hands off to Toddy. Toddy breaks a couple of tackles. He bursts out to the 40-yard line. Nice 7-yard gain.
Very nice run. Very nice run. Had a nice hole. Holliston was hanging on to him, but they couldn't quite bring him down.
He looks like somebody who's hard to tackle. 2nd down and 3 for the Wolverines. Now they switch quarterbacks. Hand off to Toddy.
He's close to the first down.
He's hit right away, but he rumbles forward for a first down.
Yep.
He had contact behind the line of scrimmage or at the line of scrimmage, but he dragged a couple of Holliston Panthers all the way to the 45.
Yeah, Westwood's got number 40, Caleb Woodworth.
So they do interchange the quarterbacks a little bit.
And he's on the roster listed as a sophomore.
So He goes for the scramble. Cross midfield, dodges the tackle. And number 2, Brad Andriola gets him. But Woodworth was really moving right there.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
So
I knew we had to be getting there pretty quick.
Panthers with a couple of good drives and a safety lead the Westwood Wolverines 10-0.
So it was a good first quarter. The defense played very well. The offense starting to get it together and playing pretty well. So they've kept Westwood under control right at the moment.
Westwood with a little drive right here at the end of the quarter. So I don't think we've seen all that the Wolverines can do. You know, your playbook's pretty short when the ball's back on your 4-yard line.
Yeah, it's really hard. You don't want to make any mistakes back there. You got to move the ball. I don't know, but Jay and I were watching some of these sub-varsity games earlier, and Holliston had a tendency just to run their offense no matter where they were on the field, even if they were deep in their own end. And
yeah,
Jay says, "Hey, you gotta give them a chance."
Right. So Woodworth, the quarterback, hands off to Toddy. He works his way down the line, breaks a few tackles, and is very hard to bring down at the 30, and a flag thrown.
Yeah, that came after the play, so.
They got a face mask on Holliston. So that'll bring the Wolverines inside the 20-yard line. Let's see where they put the ball down.
Okay, that's a tough break for the Panthers, and Westwood now deep in Holliston's territory.
Toddy, the lone back. Woodworth hands up to Toddy, but he is hit right away. Number 68 and number 25. So Hagian and who's that one? Vladimir Valesky, both wrapped up Toddy right away for a 2-yard loss, 3-yard loss.
Sahajian was moving along that line before the snap, and he picked the spot where they were going to run to, and he plugged it right up.
2nd and 13. Woodworth throws little high, intended for number 85. Or 86, was it? Oh, 85. We don't have that number. Don't have that number. Third down and 13 for Westwood.
Okay, this big play for the defense here.
Woodworth in the pistol. He rolls left with the ball, takes it himself, and he's hit and tackled for no gain by Pacheco, number 44.
Great open field tackle by Pacheco. Oh,
that is so hard to do when you're one-on-one, especially somebody who might be a few inches taller or your same size. That's a real skill these Holliston coaches have worked on. So 4th down and 13. 2 receivers.
4 down territory.
Split to the left, 2 split to the right. Woodworth back. He steps up, fires.
Oh!
In the end zone, touchdown. Boy, he threaded that needle right to number 85.
80. Oh, and we don't have number 85.
But boy, what a nice toss there.
So TD pass for 6 points.
So 16-yard toss. Or no, he was back at the 23. That was a 23-yard toss to the end zone. Had some mustard on that one. Going for 2 here. Hand off to Toddy. He's hit.
I don't think he... Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
Keeps his feet, but no. He is... The attempt is no good. So here in the second quarter, Westwood gets back into the game. 10-6, Holliston's lead is cut.
That was a great play by the defensive line of Holliston. They stopped him. Then the pile started to move, and I thought he was going to get in, but they still didn't allow him to go those 2 yards.
Right. We're able to collapse that pile as it moved laterally instead of north-south.
Okay, so that, very nice attempt by the defense, the Holliston defense, to hold them just to the 6 points.
So Andriola and Harding back for Holliston. DeJesus and Sahagian just in front of them. And let's see. Eben Salem and Aiden Ibbotson just in front of them at the 40-yard line. So there's your 3 levels of receivers.
The referee's having a little discussion here now. Oh.
Kicking off the wrong way.
Going the wrong way.
Well, remember when we used to play football in the day, and after you scored a touchdown, what was the call always? Losers walk. And so the other team has to go the other distance all the way down the end of the field. But
well, back in the day, a lot of the fields only had goalposts on one end,
Right. That's right. Sometimes that was confusing.
Well, that was interesting that the teams lined up going the wrong way.
Well, I think they went back to their benches and just came out.
And it took the officials a little bit to figure that out. But fortunately, they did.
Kick is going to be taken on the fly by Harding. And he bounces it outside. Nice tackle by 47.
Ryan Hughes with the tackle for Westwood.
Harding would have gone a long way if Hughes hadn't brought him down right then.
Yeah, he headed up the middle and then all of a sudden cut left, real hard cut left, and he had a lot of open field there if he didn't get tackled.
So 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. We're probably halfway through the second quarter. Pacheco in motion. They didn't like that.
Okay, illegal procedure. Going to set us back 5.
Hasn't really slowed down the Panthers. They just had a number of successful plays. Variety, especially Beecher and his arm.
It's too bad we had that extra motion because the Westwood kid jumped offside, and that would have been a free play for us.
Pacheco in motion. Beecher looks right. Now tries to lay one out to Pacheco, but he's in double coverage.
Yeah, but he had those 2 defenders beaten, and the pass was overthrown.
That was going to be a tough play. That would have been a Willie Mays catch right there.
Oh, highlights. H-Cat highlights.
2nd down and 15 for the Panthers.
I want to welcome all of our viewers, both in Holliston and Westwood. Thank you for joining us today.
Beecher handoff to Harding, and he's got some room to go. He's
Here
got
he
a first
goes.
down and is in a full sprint. Dives into the end zone for a touchdown, Panthers.
And there's
59 yards.
No laundry on the field.
For Devin Hardy. Well, that was a good call right there. But Harding made that happen. Boy, he had some room, and it was just a sprint to the end zone. Showed some real speed, number 17.
Very nice run. Got to the outside, and there was nobody there. It just outran everybody.
Couldn't get the right angle on him, but 59-yard touchdown. Now Holliston will go for 2. Split receivers to both sides. Beecher to Pacheco. He tries to keep his feet and drive, but the attempt is no good. But Holliston answers quickly, and it's 16-6. The Panthers over Westwood.
Yeah, there was a little mix-up in the backfield. One of the backs fell down, slipped, and I think he was going to get the ball, and therefore they.
So Pacheco said, "I'll take it.
Yeah.
Just give it to me." Good heads-up play to try to make it happen.
16-6. You see the crowd up on the hill is starting to grow a little bit. The good news has been I don't think we've seen any rain, any sprinkles for quite a bit now. So we're still dry here.
Yeah.
And definitely no snowflakes. Okay, and they're going to kick off in the right direction this time.
So 85 and Toddy, number 23, back for Westwood. Number 35 is the up back, Jake Quinn. Last time it was a little bit of a pooch punt by Pacheco. Let's see what he has this time. He kicks away, taken by number 85 at the 25. And he meets a load of Panthers just shy of the 40-yard line. It's a nice return there for Westwood.
Okay, Holliston's got a little bit of a lead here now. Let's see if the defense can come out and keep up that momentum. See if they can hold Westwood.
Starting defense, Facelli, number 89, Villa at number 80, number 75, Jack Schellings, 27 to Jesus, 44 Pacheco, number 25 Sahagian, number 17 Harding. Get you the rest of the numbers. Woodruff back into the flat, incomplete, but the flag goes.
That was a
Early
great
hit,
tackle. Great tackle, but a little bit too early.
Also out there on defense for Holliston, number 10 Beecher, number 21 Eben Salem, number 2 Brad Andriola.
Okay.
Oh, they called the ambulance. Looks like maybe a precautionary measure for one of the young players on Holliston's team. First down for Westwood after the penalty. Woodruff goes deep.
Oh,
High throw, but number 85 can't corral that. Back in coverage was Salem.
Yeah, he almost made a nice one-handed catch on that. He got a lot of airtime and just got one hand on it. Couldn't quite hang on to it.
Second down and 10 at the Holliston 46. Woodruff pitches
halfback pass
back to Pacheco.
A real wobbler,
but catch by number 48, pushed out of bounds by Sahagian. That lateral was back to Pizzuto.
Well, he threw a real wobbler, but it didn't matter because his receiver was wide open out there.
Number 48, that's Ryan Gaffney with the catch, and that's another Westwood first down. Big gain for Westwood right there. Handoff to Toddy, and he drags a couple of Panthers forward for about 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice run. Kept the legs going, and 3 or 4 Holliston players had him, but they just couldn't stop this momentum.
It's definitely taking more than one player to bring him down. Second down and 6. Woodruff pitches it out to Pizzuto, and he's got a first down. He's pushed out of bounds by Salem, but not before he has a nice 10-yard gain.
Okay, Westwood on the drive here now, really moving the ball.
Starting to mix up the plays. Coming up to the end of the first half. Ball's at the 21, 1st and 10 for Westwood. Woodruff takes it himself and hit away. Nice open field tackle there by number 25, Kevin Sahagian.
Kevin's all over the field today.
Gain of 2, second down and 8.
See if we can hold him here.
Woodruff in the pocket, steps up. And nice tackle. And again, it's Sahagian. Great tackle by number 25.
Yeah, a good open field tackle. He managed to grab on and hang on and wait for the cavalry to show up.
Sahagian's playing the linebacker spot, but he saw it when Woodruff went for the run and a loss of 4 yards there.
Yeah, the defensive line for Holliston put a lot of pressure on him that time. They really broke through, had him scrambling.
But sometimes that pressure goes by you, and Woodruff looked like he might have had a little open room, but Sahagian closed the door. 3rd and 12 for Westwood. Woodruff on the draw, and he's hit by Harding. And Sahagian on the blitz. They must have blitzed number 25 right then. Woodruff had no time to make anything happen.
That another good defensive stand by Holliston.
And that'll back them up 10 yards, so it'll be 4th and 20. Essentially 4th and goal. I guess they could make a first down here. Coaches don't seem too worried about the clock right now, but we've got to be getting down into the end of the first half. Toddy switches sides. Woodruff rolls, short roll, bounces off a tackler, lets it go for the end zone, and overthrows his target. He was looking for Pizzuto, but he was well covered back there.
Yeah, and Owen McCarron, number 86, that put the pressure on?
I didn't see who initially made the contact with Woodruff.
Yep.
Nice strong throw to the end zone, just just a little high, but that's where he had to put it. So first down for the Panthers at their own 20-yard line as the first half winds down.
It might have been number 80, David Villa, that put the pressure on him then and almost had him down.
And Beecher to Sahagan. And Sahagan has a first down until he's stopped at the 30 by number 85.
That gives him a lot of room now just to get it away from the Westwood end zone.
Clock's running. Panthers lead 16-6 as this first half comes to a close here. Not sure how much time's left. Holliston isn't in their hurry-up mode. Handoff to Sahagan. Sahagan for another first down.
Big hole opened up by that offensive line. Moving the chains.
Westwood's got to find some way to slow them down.
And Holliston's not calling a timeout, so there still must be more than a minute or two to go.
Right. Maybe it's like 4 or 5 minutes. Beecher puts De Jesus in motion. He goes on the jet play. One spin, and he's forward to the 49-yard line, it looks like.
He gained 3 yards with that double spin, spinning away from tacklers.
They mark him at the 43. 2nd and 6 for Holliston. Coach Santos signals in the play.
Ball at the 48.
Pacheco in motion. Beecher back to pass. Dumps it off to Sahagan. He's got some room. First down, and he makes a move at the 40. Cuts it back in to stay in bounds. And he's tackled just shy of the 30-yard line.
Wow, very nice play. Everything went to the left, and then the pass went to the right. It was a lot of room on that side of the field.
Right. And a 20-yard gain, 20-yard plus game for Sahagan.
I wish we had Carlos here doing the stats for us. He's going to have a big yardage game.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball's at the 32-yard line. Hardings behind Beecher. Handoff to Harding. He's hit right away. Toddy stepped up and dropped him for a loss. And we got a timeout, Holliston. So their first timeout of the half, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tom. And so we must be getting down to the nitty-gritty now that we've moved the ball so well. They're going to try to put it in the end zone, give them some more breathing room.
So they'll have a 2nd down and 13 from the 35. Well, the running combination has worked pretty well. Sahagan and Harding, Pacheco.
Yeah, and they've sprinkled in just enough pass plays.
Beecher has been a very good manager with the ball.
Sure.
Good deliveries.
You know, and most of the passes are short passes, screen pass types, but the running game has has set the offense up for that.
Right.
So let's see what Holliston See if they reach into their bag of tricks here. And, I wish I knew what the time was. Then we'd have a better feel for what they need to do.
Well, Coach Santos has a bag full of timeouts, so you got plenty of time, really. He's got to feel like that. You can run 5 or 6 plays in here. Hand off to Harding. Harding.
Oh, big hole.
Almost up to the 25. Holliston's moving a little quicker now. They don't take a timeout.
Yeah, the coaches are really urging him to get right back to the line.
3rd down and 6. Fake to Harding. Beecher rolls out. Got Pacheco on the run. A first down. And boy, that puts some serious contact there with number 86 downfield, Max O'Brien. But another Panther first down and a clutch throw by Beecher.
Yeah, Pacheco, he can really deliver the hit, and when somebody's trying to tackle him, he can make it pretty hard.
Well, Santos said you would have helped me if you had actually run out of bounds, but Holliston used the timeout right there to stop the clock. It'll be 1st and 10 from looks like the 13-yard line.
Pacheco's thinking, what run out of bounds? I'm heading for that goal line.
Boy, well, that is the appealing thing to football, is contact. There's nothing like being on defense or being on offense and delivering a hit with the shoulder pads, And that was a good, clean hit, not with the head down, Good to see the technique they're teaching these boys now.
Okay, let's see what we can do now.
Holliston comes to the line.
Once again, the clock is not, the scoreboard clock is not running for us.
Harding to Beecher's left. And the jet play to Jesus. And Westwood has seen that one too many times. Nice tackle there by number 48. And that's, we've called that number before, Ryan Gaffney. And a loss on the play all the way back to the 20-yard line. So another timeout from Holliston to stop the clock. What is this? Their third timeout?
Third timeout, I think.
I think they've got two. They got 2 more. So they'll have 2nd down and essentially goal from the 20. Although they could make a first down.
Well, second down, but it may also depend on how much time is really left.
Yeah.
How many plays you're going to be able to run.
That jet play to Jesus worked so well in the beginning of the game. Had a couple of nice runs. Then he was able to break a couple of tackles for a few yards, but that time Gaffney just snuffed out that play.
Well, let's see if they fake it and run with it.
Beecher back to pass. Hits it to Harding. Harding picks up some blocks on the outside.
Get in there.
And gets away from a tackler and a touchdown. Panthers. Number 17.
That was a very nice play. Devin Harding had a lot of room out there.
So Devin Harding with his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one a 20-yard catch from Beecher. So Holliston with a clutch drive, able to score just before the end of the half.
And that's a big touchdown, too, because it really gives you a little cushion for that second half.
Well, they're going to kick the ball to Westwood to start the second half. Beecher to Pacheco. He's chased to the wing. He puts his head down, but Well, I should say he squared his shoulder pads, but the attempt is no good on the jet play. So 22-6, Holliston over Westwood.
Yeah, that's a big touchdown. It really is. Really gives you some cushion.
Some real action here in the second half.
And the Holliston offense moving the ball very nicely, mostly with the run, but mixing in, sprinkling in a couple screen passes, and just enough to keep Westwood off balance.
Yeah, Westwood opened the second quarter with a touchdown to make it 10-6, but then a pair of Devin Harding touchdowns has moved them to 22-6 lead.
Okay, so
Holliston's pretty much driven the ball pretty well. I'd say at least 50 or 60 yards every time they've had the ball.
Yeah. The offense is moving. They seem to be a lot smoother now than they were when they started off. They had a lot of penalties early, motion penalties and that, but they're really getting it down now.
Okay, Pacheco with the kickoff. It's going to be taken by number 85 on the run just inside the 30, and Pacheco makes the tackle at the 42-yard line.
Nice tackle, man.
Chest to chest. Nice tackle there.
He met him head on there. Okay, not sure.
So Westwood probably has some time to work with. We don't know, but they've certainly got their full complement of timeouts.
We're starting to get a little bit of rain again.
It looks pretty steady out there.
We had a nice, a better part of that first half was dry. Now we're getting some rain here. Nothing heavy.
So I expect to see Woodworth's arm right now.
Well, the one thing he doesn't want to do is throw an interception and give up another
Holliston defensive backs playing back, but they hand off to Toddy, and he's got some room. He's got a first down, and we should see a Westwood timeout here.
He's a nice running back. He really is. They move the chains.
Westwood moves into Holliston territory at their 47-yard line.
Okay, Holliston's got two men deep.
Yeah, they're playing back, looking for that long pass. And a short pass to Toddy. He's got some open room, hard to tackle. Almost breaks away, finally brought down by number 80. Who got that last hit on him?
Yeah, that's David Villu.
Oh, I think a lot. And that's the end of the first half. Holliston 22, Westwood 6. We'll be back with second half action in just a few moments. Okay, we're back for second half action. Holliston up 22-6. Westwood will be receiving the kick. And I figured out Holliston scored on all of their offensive drives if you count the safety to open the game. They pinned back Westwood back for a safety, then Sahagan with a 20-yard run, Harding with a 59-yard beauty, and then Beecher 20 yards to Harding for the fourth score. And that one bounces away from number 85. I guess he didn't touch it.
Okay, so let's see where they spot it, or are they going to make him kick it?
Let's see. Usually they take it out to the 35.
Yeah.
Looks like that's what they're going to do.
Okay, so it looks like it's down to a little bit of a sprinkle right now.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting to get a report from our HCAT meteorologists back at the studio.
How's that working out for you?
Can't find the meteorologists.
Just when you need one, too.
Okay.
Okay, Woodworth back out at the quarterback spot.
Low
Joey
snap.
Toddy right away, and he busts one up to the 40-yard line. So a quick hitter for 5 yards.
And Westwood has moved the ball fairly well with their running game. Toddy has racked up a bunch of yards.
He is a tough player to tackle. Second down and 5 for Westwood. And they go to Toddy again. And Sahagan. A couple of Panthers had him, look like Pacheco and also Villa had him. But Sahagan was the one who stopped his forward momentum, which is what you need to do. You don't want to be dragged downfield.
Hey, well, that's the way you got to do it on defense. It's a team effort. You grab somebody and hang on and wait for the cavalry to show up.
Right, get to the ball. 3rd and 4. Woodworth checks the sideline. He rolls out. Lets one go. Salem in coverage.
Oh!
And a nice catch there by number 85. Boy, Evan Salem had nice position there, but number 85 able to turn around and haul the ball in.
And our apologies to the Westwood fans. We just don't have a number 85 on our program, so we can't tell you. And he's having a really good game, Maybe we should just read all the 80s numbers, and he might be one. Maybe just switch shirts.
That's true. And pitch out to Pizzuto. And he's knocked out of bounds. Nice tackle by DeJesus on the hit.
Okay, the wind is picking up a little bit, or at least it's changed direction. It's coming into the booth.
5-yard gain on that run. Empty backfield for Woodworth. He rolls and is going to take it himself.
And he gets
finally
the
hit
corner.
by Salem. But he gets a first down. It looks like it's going to be 1st and goal.
Yeah, there were a lot of Holliston shirts over there, red shirts, trying to cut that corner, but they just couldn't quite get there fast enough.
So 1st and goal from the 5 for Westwood. They've taken this second half kickoff and driven from their own 35 down to the deep in Panther territory. Roll out again by Woodworth. And he steps in for a score. So touchdown Wolverines.
Yeah, and that looked like the same play they just ran. They ran it twice in a row.
He's got a definite presence out there.
He looks like a good-sized kid. We don't have any heights and weights on the Westwood roster.
Westwood going for 2. Toddy lines up behind Woodruff, and they hand it right straight ahead to number 23. But he is stopped no good again on the 2-point conversion. That's Holliston 2 for 2.
Yeah, that very nice.
But Westwood takes the opening kickoff in the second half and drives 65 yards for the score to make it 22-12 Holliston.
Yeah, so that's a good comeback by Westwood. You're getting the ball to open the second half, and you put together a very nice drive and get down there to score. Holliston defense, nice keeping them out of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That's a win for the defense.
Holliston made them earn it, definitely.
Okay, we got our weather report from meteorologist Christian. And it's 43 degrees and rain on the radar. Right now, it's a light sprinkle. I only see a couple umbrellas up on the hill, so it can't be too bad. Matter of fact, there's more umbrellas in the stand than there are up on the hill, so the people up on the hill are the tough ones.
Andriola and Harding back for Holliston.
Okay. Whoa, a squib kick.
And quickly covered by Holliston at the 50-yard line. Nice job there by number 80, David Villa. So another special teams play out of number 80.
Yeah, David's having a really nice game today. He was ready for that.
I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, Westwood was in their little huddle, and then the kicker just came right out of it and, squibbed the ball.
Right.
They picked the wrong person, though.
So Holliston with good field position now here to start the second half after the Westwood score.
Yeah, so that was a very aggressive move by Westwood. Hey, let's get we just scored. Let's see if we can get the ball back again. And turn the momentum of this game. See, and it's a good coaching for the kids. Let them play the game and learn in different situations.
Landon Beecher with the handoff to Sahagian straight ahead. And he's tackled by number 85, but not before he picks up another first down. He's got to have well over a 10-yard average, number 25. He has been doing well with the ball.
Yeah, having a very nice game. Very nice game. The offensive line is opening up some holes for him. And, he's finding his way through them.
I know I've named the offensive line. One person I missed, number 66, Perry Grayson.
Perry.
Grayson Perry, excuse me. I got these names are backwards on my list. I'm sure they are on yours, too.
First down.
Handoff to Sahagian. And Westwood on the ball this time. Number 25 stopped after a short gain.
He's going to be a tired pup at the end of this game. He's got a lot of carries. And
is Grayson Perry connected to Coach Perry? No.
Okay, it's going to be second down and about 8.
Two receivers to both sides. Beecher hands off to Harding, and he barrels forward for another first down. So the offensive line really taking care of business for Holliston.
Yeah, very nice run by Harding. Fine. Just enough of a hole for him to scoot through, get into that second level.
Yeah, he's been doing damage in that second level. Westwood's been fortunate to stop him for a gain of 7 or 8. So 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Panthers. Here in the third quarter, 22-12, they lead Westwood. Hand off to Harding on the left, and he is off to the races. Nice downfield block and a touchdown! Panthers! Number 17, Devin Harding with his 3rd touchdown of the game. A 30-yarder, just a beauty.
Yeah, that was a very nice run, and Aiden Ibbotson was out in front.
I was just about to say, what a beautiful downfield block by the wide receiver.
Yep, that was the block he needed to make the end zone.
And you know, that kind of a block, you don't have to knock the guy on his keister. You just got to stay in front of him and let the running back make his move. And Ibbotson had engaged the defensive back, and Harding was able to just pick whether he wanted to go left or right for the touchdown.
Okay, going to go for the 2.
Hand off to Harding, and he glides into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. So
very nice drive.
With that exchange, it's Holliston 30-12 over the Westwood Wolverines. So both teams score on their opening drive here in the second half. So
yeah, it was a very nice drive. Holliston responded, and of course they had good field position at the midfield to start that drive. Westwood tried the onside kick, didn't recover it. So Holliston was able to take advantage of that.
Three touchdowns on the day for number 17. Now, is this the brother, Devin Harding? Is that David Harding's brother? Do we know that? Lisa says yes.
Steve has no idea.
So one of the stars of the Panthers just last year, 2019, has a younger brother on the freshman team who's burning it up. Pacheco with the kick to number 85 at the 20. He gets ahead of steam.
Uh-oh, look out.
And he is out to the midfield. So Westwood with good field position of their own. These teams just trading offensive haymakers.
So Hagen with the tackle. Tom, it's you do the varsity games all the time, and we've never done the sub-varsity games. But Jay and I were mentioning how it's an interesting perspective to see these young kids playing, and you really get excited about what's coming up down the road in another year or two. You know, you actually see these kids and you see the skill levels that they have, and it's very exciting to think about 2 years from now, you know.
Right. And there's so much, that's just the natural ability that you're seeing of some of these players or their dedication to the program. You know, there's a chance to really improve yourself so much. So many other players, I would say, surprised with, a Give them a year or so in the weight room and working in the program, they can really make a difference. Pitch to Bizzuto. He looks downfield and couldn't find an open receiver, and then Harding tackled him out of bounds for a loss.
Yeah, he looked like he wanted to throw that, and he had two men downfield. But I'm guessing
Andriola and Salem were in coverage on both of those.
Yeah, and you got to be ready for that. You know, Westwood is behind on the scoreboard, and they're going to reach into that bag of tricks. And why not? Hey, let them try these passes, these plays.
2nd and 12 for Westwood. Here's Toddy with the run, crosses midfield, tackled first by Andriola, but he's forward for another Westwood first down. Are they going to mark it? Just short of the first down, so it'll be 3rd down and 1.
That's a very nice run. He really he carries a lot of people with him. No question about it.
See a new defensive player for Holliston, number 72, Andrew Raffo. 3rd down and 1 for Westwood. Handoff to Todd. He's got the first down. He's trying to break away, but he can't get away from number 2. Nice tackle by Brad Andriola.
Yep.
And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Holliston in the lead, 30-12 over the Wolverines.
That was a good quarter.
So Holliston and Westwood both scoring in that quarter.
And I'll tell you, Westwood was that one tackle away from a touchdown right there.
Oh, Toddy was just about to hit full gear, but Andriola with the great, he made a good hit, but he made that tackle stick. Sometimes you'll see the players run out of that tackle after the initial hit.
Yeah, you slide right down that leg, and all of a sudden you can't hold on. But Brad hung on. So the defense lives another day.
Right. Nice run for Joey Toddy.
As I say, I wish we had Carlos here because some of these players, I swear, they have it's a 100-yard day, And,
right. Well, I know. I would guess that Devin Harding has a 100-yard day for sure because he's got a 59 and a 30-yard touchdown, so he's more than halfway there. All right, 1st and 10, and they catch Holliston offsides. Holliston was a little late breaking the huddle on the sideline. Had to run to the other side of the field. So Westwood will have 1st and 5 from the 20 to start the 4th quarter here.
Okay, now we got to stiffen up. The referee moves the ball, makes a minor adjustment to the placement.
Handoff to number 30, new running back for Westwood. And he's tackled and pushed back after a short gain.
Sam Lynch.
Now Toddy will check back into the game. So it looks like 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, you can do a lot on this play. And they're going to go to the
Woodworth goes deep.
Oh!
Incomplete.
Just through his hands.
To Jesus in coverage, but he had to spin around. Had to spin around there. Nice strong throw by Woodworth, but he threw it to the outside.
Yeah, Ryan Gaffney just couldn't quite bring it in. That's what I say. It was second down and short. And, hey, let's try a pass play. We'll go to the corner. Maybe we can get a touchdown out of it. Third down now.
Woodworth to Toddy, and he's hit right away by Ruffo. Oh, my gosh, what a hit by number 72. Ruffo shed his man, and boy, stood up tall there.
Yeah, I was wondering where the offensive lineman was because Ruffo was right there.
Well, I'm guessing somebody was blocking him, but he came in like nobody was blocking him. And he set Toddy back for one of his first losses of the game. So 4th down and 6 now. Woodworth. To nice number catch. 85 as he just climbed the ladder with a nice two-handed catch. A nice 20-yard strike by Woodworth to number 85. That's his second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, I wish we knew who he was.
Who is that masked man?
Is he on the varsity roster?
He should be. Well, we'll look for him tomorrow night.
Okay, the 2-point conversion coming up.
Pitch out to Bizzuto. Gets away from Pacheco. And Holliston's able to push him out of bounds, and the attempt is no good. But a second score of the second half for Westwood, and it's 30-18 Holliston. Well, that didn't take much time off the clock.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. They moved the ball very well that drive. So we got ourselves a little bit of a ball game. Both teams moving the ball well. Now we'll see if Holliston can answer.
I liked your idea about reading the number 80s. The 80 receivers. 81, Owen Levesque. Number 82, Jack Crowley. Number 86, Max O'Brien. Number 86, Travis Boger. And number 89, Brett Hobson. So if number 85 is any of those names, he played a whale of a game.
Well, and it also could be Thomas Kilgariff, Michael Reardon, or Adam Patano.
Okay.
Those are upperclassmen who maybe they had to call them into duty here for the freshman game. But none of them are 85 on our roster. Okay, Holliston ready for anything.
Looks like Westwood's going to do a regular kickoff. They sort of give a pooch punt. And a nice job by Villa. That was David Villa, number 80, running backwards into that little soft spot because he couldn't wait for the ball to go out of bounds. He had to catch it going away from himself.
Yeah, he's on the hands team there, and he's made a lot of nice plays. You'd think they would have kicked it away from him, knowing that he's got good hands.
Right. Well, Holliston will take over at that'll be the 37. Beecher with Sahagan behind him. Here's the Jesus in motion. The handoff to Sahagan. He's hit by Woodruff right away.
So just into the fourth quarter here, 30-18 Holliston. See if Holliston can get this drive going. If nothing else, you'd like to get the ball deep into Westwood territory.
2nd and 8 for the Panthers.
Once again, just a light sprinkle coming down.
Beecher.
Oh,
nice toss, number 20 for the first down. And that's Joseph Tomaselli with a nice catch.
Oh, I think that's 25, Tom.
Oh, 25? Sorry about that.
Sahajan. Apologize if I'm not pronouncing it right.
Nice catch by number 25.
He's having a great game. Very well set up, and he found that open spot to the right side, and Beecher hit him.
He feathered that over the Westwood defender.
Yeah, it was a very nice touch pass.
1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 48. And they go to Harding. Harding crosses midfield. Gets to the opposing 48. Second and 6 for Holliston.
Yeah, Holliston would really like to control this ball for a few minutes and drive it deep into Westwood. Ultimately you want to score.
Beecher fakes the handoff and rolls out.
Oh!
Had Pacheco open. Just a little high.
Yeah, just missed him. Yeah, because ultimately, if Westwood scores again, it's a 30-26 ball game. That we get a real ball game here. So Holliston really needs to eat up some clock and move the ball downfield.
Right, they need a successful drive here. Well, they've got a makeable 3rd and 6.
You're very optimistic there, bro. Very makeable, huh?
Well, with this game, if you got less than 10 yards to go, I'd say yeah. Been quite an offensive show. Handoff to Harding. He picks up 4. Tackled by Toddy. It'd be 4th and 2. Make it 3.
That's a long 2 you got there.
Well, a long 2 is 3.
There you go. Okay, let's see what Holliston's going to do on this now.
Well, your offensive line's been doing so well.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to go too deep into the playbook for this one. Although, boy, Westwood just stacks the box, begging you to throw downfield.
Well, we got wide receivers right and left.
And the handoff to Pacheco on the wheel play. And he's got the first down, and he's inside the 35.
Oh, Tom, you called that right. A very makeable 4th and 3.
I didn't say makeable 4th and 3. I said makeable 3rd and 6.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Well, Holliston with a nice fake there, and Pacheco on the what do you call that? Not really a jet play. Swing pass, swing handoff, reverse.
Yeah.
End around. H-back around.
Take the ball and run.
1st and 10 from the 34, Holliston.
2 split to the right, 1 to the left.
Beecher lets it go deep.
Oh!
And he's got DeJesus.
I think the ball hit the defender in the back.
Right, good coverage there by number 30. He was out on an island.
I'm not even
Sam
sure
Lynch with the coverage.
I'm not even sure Lynch actually knew where the ball was on that play. Okay, so we got second down now.
Second and 10. Hand off to Harding. Harding to the sidelines. Got the first down. Finally dragged down by number 40.
And when he gets near that sideline, he doesn't like going out of bounds. He tries to stay in bounds and keep moving.
So in Holliston with another first down. So first and 10 for the Panthers at the 20-yard line here in the fourth quarter, leading Westwood 30-18. This is their first drive of the fourth quarter, which started back on their own 37. Beecher to Harding. Harding breaks a wide open and dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
Wow, another good run by Harding.
Devin Harding with his fourth touchdown of the game. A beautiful 18-yarder.
Yeah, he just found a hole there and squirted through and hit the second level, and there was nobody there to grab him.
He's quite a combination of power and elusiveness. He really does accelerate when he gets the open green in front of him.
Yeah, there's no question about it. He's fast. He's not your power runner. He's shifty.
Right. But this offensive line has really been moving people out of the way.
Doing a really good job.
Hand off to Sahajian, number 25, but he is going to be brought down short. So Holliston with the score is ahead 36-18 over Westwood as they score on their first drive of the fourth quarter. A 63-yarder.
And that was a big drive for them because, they ate up clock here in the fourth quarter, and they put the ball in the end zone to give them that cushion. If you didn't score, then Westwood has a little more life. Hey, we can get into this game, if we can get down there and score. So I think it was a nice drive by the Holliston offense to pay off.
Right, a good mix of plays and good execution. I mean, Holliston was pretty crisp in and out of the huddle. Well, they don't really huddle, but to getting the plays, we didn't see any motion penalties or holding penalties, and they just seemed to be really crisp with the ball. And very impressed with Landon Beecher.
Yeah, he's all season, he's had really good games, very under control, runs the offense very well. He throws some nice touch passes that helps balance the running game. And believe me, Holliston's running game is very good. And, we look forward to doing the JV game. And the JV game, we see some of these kids and the JV players, and an onside kick.
And it squibs away from number 72. Picked up by 43. Pushed out of bounds. They're going to give it to him at the 40.
Oliver Gannon.
Nice job there by scooping that ball up. That could have been dangerous.
Now, that was an interesting call again. You're trying to teach these kids to learn the game and just try different situations. So, hey, we got a little bit of a cushion. Let's see if we can do an onside kick
right
now. and try to execute it. So when we really need it, we've done it once or twice.
Well, 85 has been so successful on the kickoff returns, I can see why they would try a little pooch punt there.
This is true.
A pooch kickoff. So Holliston's going to start at their own, Westwood's going to start at their own 40-yard line. Their second drive of the fourth quarter.
Now we may see more passing in this Westwood drive.
Looks like they're missing somebody.
They're short a player. They bring in an alignment. Whoa!
High snap over the head of Woodworth. And it's
got
recovered by who else? Mr. Hands. David Villa, number 80.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's got a defensive fumble recovery to add to his collection.
There you go. Put that Panther paw on your helmet.
Well, with the opening safety and a couple of onside kick recoveries and a fumble recovery, David Villa.
That was tough for Westwood. They were under the gun because they were short a player, and they ran a player onto the field, and then the snap was high. Nothing went right on that play for Westwood. Okay, so Holliston looking to stick it in the end zone again.
1st and 10 at the 26. 36-18. Holliston with a 3-touchdown lead. Got to be halfway through the fourth quarter.
Let's see if they try something different.
Hand off to Sahajan. He's got to break a tackle. Gets away from a couple of Westwood Wolverines that looked like they had their clutches on him.
Yeah.
Well, we got a holding penalty against the Panthers that's going to back it up.
Yeah, I was going to say out on that end, the Westwood defender was trying to get to the ball carrier and he couldn't. And that was the reason why.
So that'll back it up to the 39-yard line. 1st and 23. Beecher pump fakes, lets it go deep for Pacheco. Pacheco with the catch! And a touchdown, Panthers! Number 44, Christopher Pacheco with the catch. A 39-yard beauty from Beecher to Pacheco.
Yeah, that was a very nice play, Tom. Pacheco made a nice adjustment on the pass to turn himself around and catch the ball. It was on his wrong side, but he adjusted very well, showed great hands on that play, was able to gather it in and outrun the Westwood defender.
So Holliston makes Westwood pay for that costly turnover. Westwood had scored, I think they had scored the last 2 times they had gotten the ball, and then we're looking to score a third, try to catch up with the Panthers, but a high snap and David Villa's recovery set them up for the Beecher to Pacheco touchdown. Here's the 2-point conversion. Handoff to Pacheco. Number 44 follows his blocks, and he's in for the 2 points. So Holliston adds 8 points to their 36. And I could do math. It's 40. Well, I added up 44, and I just was writing down a number 44 who made the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So 44 scores, 44 gets the 2-point conversion, and Holliston has 44 on the board.
There we go. Yep.
I got a little overloaded with fours.
It's a little chilly here today, so, sometimes not everything is functioning. Yeah, and that was a very nice drive. And Pacheco, the big catch, and then the 2-point conversion. So.
And I think what you said about the catch being turned around and reaching up just shows a great ability to keep his head right there.
Well, I was looking at the roster, and there's a number of players on this freshman roster that are basketball players. I was recognizing names that I saw during this basketball season because we got to cover freshman, JV, and varsity games during basketball.
Yeah.
So these are very talented young athletes. And, and it's definitely a unique thing to see them at a young age and then try to envision them at the varsity level.
So Pacheco rolls it up there, and it's covered quickly by number 86.
So, and you may be right that they're going to the shorter kicks to keep it away from big number 85 back there of Westwood, because he's had several great returns.
Westwood's going to be back on their own 38. Quite an offensive show here this afternoon.
Yeah, it is. When we did the Ashland game, Holliston won 22-8, and I thought that was a good scoring game. But this one, it's been a lot of ball movement.
High snap, but Woodworth brings it down, hands to Toddy. And he drags a couple of Panthers for a first down.
Yeah, he's a very nice runner. Man, to see him as a freshman.
We'll probably be seeing him on the varsity in a couple of years.
Probably next year. Probably a couple months.
That's right. Sophomore season starts pretty quickly.
Oh, bad snap.
Woodworth scrambles. Holliston closes up. And it's going to be a loss on the play. So second and 12 looks like they're going to make it.
Yeah, I think that snap slipped out of the center's hands because it never really got up into the air, I think, for the quarterback to catch.
Could be weather related.
Well, could be. It's chilly. It's rainy.
Woodworth looks deep, gets away from a tackler.
Oh, man. He
catch to
hit.
Toddy. Toddy breaks away. One man to beat. Tackled inside the 5-yard line. That was
Joe Tomaselli.
Tomaselli with the saving tackle right there. Boy, Woodworth took a hit right in his face as he let go of that ball. And Toddy, so about 45 yards on that connection. They'll have first and goal at the 6-yard line.
High snap.
Chased down by Harding.
Oh, good. The
Took
cavalry.
a couple of Panthers to go and hit Woodworth and bring him down.
75, 80, and 44, all in on the tackle.
That was Pacheco and Schellings.
So Holliston defense really stiffening up.
Another bad snap, though, has cost Westwood. 2nd down and goal. Short pass to Toddy, but he's caught this time. Must be running down at the end of the 4th quarter as Westwood takes a timeout. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 16.
Well, Tom, we have a moment here. We want to thank our crew working the game. Okay, we got Lisa Hedrick on the camera on this chilly day. We got Bruce Guilfoy running that magic computer that he has that hopefully puts us on the air, and so you people can watch us and hear us and doing all that stuff. And we've got Christian Boudet back in the studio making sure everything's running right and giving us the up-to-date weather reports and putting us on the TV. You know, probably a little late to tell you verbally, but we are on the Holliston cable stations on TV right now, too. So we want to thank everybody, for doing that so we can cover these games and allow Tom and I to do our thing.
This is kind of our thing, being behind the microphone and calling out numbers and stuff.
This is what I want to do when I grow up, right? Okay, 4th quarter here, 44-18, Holliston leading.
Westwood 3rd and goal from the 16. Woodworth takes it himself. Gets to the outside. Reaches forward. Scores. Touchdown. Westwood. So number 40.
Very nice run. He was able to get
Caleb Woodworth. That's his second touchdown of the game.
He was able to turn the corner. He's a strong runner. He's a big kid. I'm just looking at him. He's got to be, 6'1".
He's been the center of the Westwood offense for sure. Well, most quarterbacks are. Scored 2 with his legs and 2 with his arm today.
Yeah, and I didn't notice if Westwood changed centers or not, but the snaps are a little bit not quite there.
Well, I would guess that they did, because just before the fumble, there was a change in offensive linemen. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
So maybe they just had to shift some of the players down. Somebody had to take over. So Westwood going for the 2-point conversion.
One receiver spread wide to the right.
Woodworth
to the left.
Pitches to Pizzuti. And he is pushed out of bounds by number 21. That's Tomaselli. Or is that?
Eben Salem.
That's Eben Salem, right. So, no good on the try. So 44-24. And that's the end of the ball game. So a great day by the Panthers. 4 touchdowns for Devin Harding, 2 touchdown passes by Landon Beecher, and a touchdown by Christopher Pacheco. And David Villa doing it with all the special teams work. Well, great job, Steve Hedrick. It was fun working with you this afternoon. Even if it was a rainy day, we were dry inside.
We were. Nice to have you here, Tom. Nice to work with the voice of the Panthers here.
Well, thanks for joining us on HCAT. We've enjoyed today's broadcast. I'm Tom Emmons. Your final score, 44-24, Panthers over the Wolverines. We'll see you later, everybody.